So, you made the video expectantly bashing on James Gunn's decision of casting David Cornsweet, and yeah, I expected that. You said you don't see David Cornsweet as Superman, even though most people see David Cornsweet pretty much looking exactly like Henry Cavill but younger, and also, yeah, he's skinny, but getting casted like months ago, him working out and getting buff, even in the whole actors thing, he could easily be working out. And also, like The Rock says, a lot of superheroes and movies have a padding in their suit. And you say that it doesn't make sense because he's younger and Batman's older, even though James Gunn didn't announce how old Batman would be. He could easily be pretty young because Damian Wayne could have been born when Batman was like 18, 19, 20 or something, and then being 10 years later from there would be 29. Or even if you're being generous, 23 being born, 33. You know? Doesn't mean much because Batman didn't know Damian Wayne was even born. And through the years of those times, Batman could have went through a few Robins, and then all the Robins aged up somewhat, and then moved on. Damian Wayne coming in when Batman's like 30 something. Boom. You know? And then they could just continue and continue and continue, keep them going. Or this is a crazy idea, but and you would disagree because it wouldn't be the same thing as comics or something. What if they changed the order of the Robins? What if Damian Wayne was the first Robin? Mind blown, right? Damian Wayne possibly being the first Robin. What if him teaching Damian Wayne to be like a good person, a good hero and stuff, motivates Batman to get the next Robin into a same position, the same part of the mindset of the Robins? What if that's the case? I believe it's decent. That's a decent idea. Changing the order of Robins. Changing the order of Robins would also keep the fact that people want the other Robins to be start as Robin. So Dick Grayson, Robin after Damian Wayne, Tim Drake, and Jason Todd, something like that. What if Damian Wayne was first, Jason Todd was next, and then Dick Grayson, and then Tim Drake? So like order of worst to best, because Tim Drake is the more positive Robin, because he didn't go through a lot of stuff like the other Robins did. Tim Drake being last would be interesting. And he says that would be the start of the whole Bat family. That's pretty much word by word what James Gunn said. So beginning of the Bat family might mean Damian Wayne's the first Robin. And I'm not gonna say this is directly to Aaron, because I kind of spiraled to different topics. But to me, Corn Sweat and then the other girl, Brosnahan or something, they both look the part. Seems like they act the part on the clips I've seen of them. And this even fits the whole idea of casting lesser known actors to be Superman, because Henry Cavill is now a well-known actor. And also, casting a known actor for Lex Luthor would also be a tradition thing, right? But yeah, all I'm saying is, actually, I'm gonna add on to it. Having every superhero established doesn't mean that every superhero would show up like right off the bat. Them being established could be like, oh, look at Batman, oh, they're out in the background, or this character shows up, talks to the main character, whoever the main character is in the movie, and leads some other things. And also, them being established doesn't mean that they're already Justice League, because Justice League gets together whenever, actually, at least in the cartoon, the animated show, just kind of explains that you don't know what the situation is in the whole universe, the reboot. Well, in the animated show, they bring in the Justice League animated show, they bring in people that are already like saving some people, but bringing them in for the Justice League, meaning that they're already established but not in the team yet. The reason why I know for sure that in Justice League they bring in already established heroes is the first episode of Justice League. They bring in Green Arrow and really convincing him to join. He eventually does, and then being in that team with an established hero already, pretty interesting, right? So, having characters already established ahead of time just speeds up the process. You even said, actually, not you specifically, but people even said that they're bored, they're tired of like origin stories and everything. But if they're already established characters, already established heroes and everything, they would be skipping origin stories. And if you really want to know where they're from, they'd probably do some backstory, like flashbacks, somewhat. Flashbacks where they make sense from like flashbacks whenever a character meets another character. It's like, oh, how'd you get your powers? And then boom, flashback. You know. But overall, I think makes sense. And the reason why I'm making this long video is because people seem to think that I'm obsessed with talking about this, but making a video makes it easier to make it so it's not a whole bunch of videos. But yeah, I just think the casting is pretty good. And if Warner Brothers or DC or something goes to Comic-Con, they still have other things to mention, like the casting of other characters, like Lex Luthor casting, which would confuse me a little bit, because if the rumors are true about Brainiac, Brainiac should be casted, I guess. And if also the rumors are true about the authorities are being in the movie, they should be casted already. And yeah, well, I'm done.